name is Alika. I'm working the pumpkin painting table. I'm an intern here recently, and yeah, I'm here to just support the center. So I just graduated from high school, so this is my first year doing any work for them, but I've been working with them for like 7 years. I made a documentary in middle school, and I worked with them for my senior project, so I really like just like getting to be exposed to all these like super cool animals and getting to work with them and meeting a lot of really cool people. It's really special.
My name is Mary Scheffler. I'm a volunteer at the Wildlife Science Center, and I'm here helping out on the Halloween day. So just handing out some candy and chatting with people coming through about the Mexican gray wolves. I am starting to learn their education program, so I've been doing a lot of shadowing and just hanging out, learning about the animals. There's something new every time I come in. You learn something new every day you're here. You get to meet a lot of people, school kids, adults, families. It's a fun place to volunteer at.
I was working in the lab late one night when my eyes beheld an eerie sight. For my monster from his slab began to rise, and suddenly, to my surprise,
he did the mash.
He did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
He did the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
He did the mash.
He did the monster mash. From my laboratory in the castle east to the master bedroom where the vampires feast, the ghouls all came from their humble abode to get a jolt from my electrode.
They did the mash.
They did the monster mash.
The monster mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
They did the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
They did the mash.
They did the monster mash. The zombies were having fun. The party had just begun. The guests included Wolfman, Dracula, and his son. The scene was rocking, all were digging the sounds. Igor on chains, backed by his baying hounds. The coffin bangers were about to arrive with their vocal group, the Crypt Kicker Five.
They played the mash.
They played the monster mash.
The monster mash.
Well, the Wildlife Science Center is a science-based education facility, so this is a place of learning for all ages. We have science kids, science classes come in here all year round, K through 12, college, post-secondary. And this is a place where you can see animals up close. You can learn things in a different way. We also are a place where scientists come from all over the world to study these guys and learn things in a controlled setting that really free-ranging studies are confounding your ability to do. So it's fun for us. We meet people from literally all over the world. Well, the Howl-O-Ween, actually, we started this a few years ago, maybe 7 or 8 years ago, because I really, as a parent, I was frustrated by every place that I went for Halloween experiences were terrifying for my daughter. And so I thought I wanted to do something fun. I wanted to do something in the day, in the lights, so that people could see the animals and kids could still trick or treat. And it's been really a hit. We've had a lot of folks come here. It hasn't changed all that much, except that there's more and more people come, and they come regardless of the weather, because it's Halloween. You're supposed to get rained on Halloween or whatever. The weather can change all the time. So for us, we can't wait to get to the new site, because we're going to be able to make this even bigger and better. So, well, we're very excited because the enclosures for our wolves are almost complete. We've had an awful lot of work done in a very short amount of time. The enclosures are very large, very humane. And so that part is really fun. We still have a long ways to go. We still have small enclosures to build for our foxes and our birds and things like that. We still have some more money to raise for our education building, but we're very excited about getting to this beautiful new space. There's an awful lot of opportunity that we will have that we don't have right now once we get there. So we're out of here by March 31st, and so we will be open for business as soon as we get there.
It was a graveyard smash.
They played the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
They played the mash.
They played the monster mash. Out from his coffin Rex's voice did ring. Seemed he was troubled by just one thing. Opened the lid and shook his fist and said, "Whatever happened to my Transylvania twist?"
It's now the mash.
It's now the monster mash.
The monster mash.
And it's a graveyard
It's
smash.
now the mash.
It's caught on in a flash.
It's now the mash.
It's now the monster mash. Now everything's cool. Drax a part of the band, and my monster mash is the hit of the land. For you, the living, this mash was meant to. When you get to my door, tell them God is sick.
Then you can mash.
Then you can monster mash
The monster mash.
and do my graveyard
Then you
smash.
can mash.
You'll catch on in a flash.
Then you can mash.
Then you can monster mash.
Monster mash.
You in
Monster mash.
Hi, my name is Kathy. I'm a volunteer here. I help with education and some of the animal care. I've been here for around 2.5 years, and it's been the best part of the last few years of my life. I'm an empty nester, so until I get grandkids, my kids wanted me to go find a hobby. So that's why I'm here. And I'm here today, and I really enjoy what we do here. We're trying to raise money for, like my shirt says, moving the pack. This will be our last Howl-O-Ween on this property after 31 years. We are not staying after March 15th. We should be all the way gone. We have our new property is in Linwood. It's just the next exit up, so it's definitely doable for people that want to come out and see us. We're going to keep doing what we do, trying to raise awareness about conservation and giving all these wild animals a safe place to live out their lives. That's why they're here. They can't go back out to the wild for the most part. So they do need a safe place to live out the rest of their lives. And that's what Peggy's mission has been, and also to have a living classroom for children. One of her mottos is "No child left inside," and I kind of love it. She's all about educating and getting people connected and understanding how important these guys are, including our top predators on the landscape.
So I teach sign language. My name is Becky Mazzara, and I'm a volunteer at the Wildlife Center. And then when I'm not volunteering, I'm a sign language teacher. So I'm going to be doing a sign language presentation on signs that are related to Howl-O-Ween, as well as the animals here at the Wildlife Science Center.
This is our red-tailed hawk, and I can turn him just a little bit. I don't want him to see the wolves too well, but he's missing part of his wing. This is a car accident. So there's some amazing places. The Wildlife Rehab Hospital in Roseville should be everybody's first call if they think that there's wildlife in trouble. The Raptor Center, University of Minnesota, Wildwoods up in Duluth. There's a bunch of places that are just, their mission is to get these guys healthy and back into the wild. That's not always possible. For this wing injury, this is a bird that probably could not fly as it should, hunt as it should, and keep itself safe. So it was, they made the assessment that this is not an animal to be re-released, so it needs a forever home. These guys can live into their early 30s, so that's a long time to be cared for. It's part of what we do here is with these events is raising money for their continued care.
Awesome. Can you talk about the wolves a little bit?
Sure. The wolves behind me are actually the wolves that live in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, and southern Ontario. It's the mid-size of the subspecies of gray wolf. Their scientific name is Great Plains wolf, roughly 80 to 100 pounds. Minnesota has some bragging rights back in the 70s when they were actually looking for existing wolf packs. Minnesota had the only existing wolf pack in North America. That's because they went up into Lake of the Woods and waited for the hunting and the poisoning to sort of ease, and then they naturally just repopulated the area. So we've always had wolves on the landscape. These guys are two sets of brothers. The one right behind me here is George. They are all boys, so they are on the same step ladder for dominance. So everybody gets a step on the step ladder. This is George. He is the dominant wolf in here. His brother Joe Bro is second in command. The one coming up the fence here is one of two brothers that were wild born in Menominee, Wisconsin. His name is Manny for Menominee. His brother, who is sacked out in the hay, his name is Javier. And he's also the lowest ranking wolf in this enclosure and hates it. He wants to be king really bad. Nobody else in here wants him to be king. So he's forever getting himself into trouble with George and the rest of the boys. But today looks like a good day for these guys. In Menominee, the Gray Boys were born on native lands, and they were celebrating wild wolf pups born there the first time in 70 years. And it's such a huge part of their culture that this was a big deal for them. The problem was Mom died shortly after giving birth, and because the only dominant male and female have puppies, then without her, no one could feed them. Nobody else in the pack could feed them for the first month. So during that time, when all the craziness of breeding season dies down, there's some nurturing hormones are released in April, May when the puppies come in, both the males and females. And that really focuses the whole pack on raising those puppies to adulthood. So during that time, you can cross foster. You can take pups from one pack and switch them around. That helps with genetic diversity with our critically endangered wolves. And it also helps in a situation where you need a surrogate mom for a little while. So the boys were brought here, adopted by George's pack, which were born in the cement tube, with the hope that they would go back to Menominee to be re-released and reunited with Dad, who was still in the area. There was a den. He would come and feed the pups every day, so things were going really well. But then his radio collar was found on a fence post, and the boys had to come back. But they have been this band of brothers for, it's got to be over 10 years now. They've tried to introduce some females in there from time to time, and they just aren't having it. They like this fraternity pad just the way it is. So that's their story.